Skybound is kind of founded on this philosophy of, creators first, and finding great talented people and doing projects with them, but keeping them involved, keeping them engaged, keeping them a big part of what they're doing, which in Hollywood and other places is not necessarily the way things are done, which I think is kind of messed up. So we're trying to do things a different way.
David, why is that the case? Why does something like Skybound need to exist? It seems like if I'm paying you to create something for Hollywood, I'd want you guys wrapped up in it from the get-go.
I think that in a lot of ways what happens is we have this gap. We have this sort of very corporate-oriented media structure that's made up of the big conglomerates, and then we have things like YouTube, which is straight from the creators to the consumer and things like that. Our goal is to sort of bridge that by building a platform to enable creators to sort of take advantage of all the benefits that Robert's been reaping from the success of The Walking Dead. So if somebody comes out there, if someone builds a great game, if someone has a great idea for a movie or a great idea for a TV show, a great idea for a comic book, we have a whole infrastructure in place to empower them to sort of have a much, much bigger and greater reach.
So then, that was the idea, and it sounds great on paper. When you two are alone.
We just did it, dude.
Yeah, there was no paper.
No paper.
Well, that was a brave and stupid move. I'm glad to see that's how you decided to branch. But it's been a success. We jump ahead 4 years. Did you think you'd make it here, Robert? Did you think this would actually happen?
Maybe, no. I mean, it's sure. I mean, it's crazy. Like I love working with this guy. I love what Skybound does. It's the most exciting thing in the world. We sit around and we're like, we've never produced a movie on our own, but let's see if we can make this happen. And then we figure out a way to do it. And I love that, go getting it spirit. Is that what the kids say these days?
Nope. Not what any kid has ever said.
But I don't know. I mean, I need like a lot of stuff to keep me excited. If I was just doing The Walking Dead, I'd be super bored. So doing all this other stuff, I think is a lot of fun.
But it feels like there's a limit, right? I mean, you're running the Skybound. You're making Walking Dead. You're making.
I think the limit is the sky.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That is a cheap pop that you're only giving him because you love him. But let's talk about what's happening right now. I know this panel is packed. We have so much amazing stuff for you. Honestly, I've hosted a lot of panels at Comic-Con. Probably the one I'm most excited for because there's so much amazing stuff in it. I swear they didn't pay me to say that. But we're going to talk about Air. We're going to talk about Walking Dead. We're going to talk about Superfight. You guys decided to announce even more stuff now with Outcast while we were here, right?
Right.
One fan of Outcast.
Right.
A few more.
No, Outcast is it's my new horror comic. It debuted in June. It's done with Paul Azaceta and Betty Breitweiser on the art team, and it's great doing a new horror comic. But it seems like oh my gosh, one issue's out and it's already being picked up as a pilot. That was our big announcement.
You sellout bastard.
I'm a sellout and I love it. But we just did the pilot announcement yesterday. But the thing about Outcast that people don't know is that we've been working on this for quite a while. The Walking Dead. When we did that show, our international partner on The Walking Dead is Fox International, which is run by Sharon Tull. And she is this brilliant lady who had the foresight to ask me, hey, what are you doing next? It was like right after season 1, we were just hanging out, and she was like, Walking Dead's going really well. Where is Sharon? Is Sharon in the audience right now? Can you stand up and wave? Stand up and wave.
The woman who makes it all go around.
That's great. Great. So it's actually just 3 years ago that I said, I want to do this exorcism thing, and I want to try and do with exorcism what I've done with zombies, shine a new light on it, do something cool and new with it. And she was like, great, we're going to do that. I'm going to get that made. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. I didn't know I was going to have to do that today. All right, I'll get started. And then it's literally been 2 years of her saying, where's the script? What are you doing? What's going on? I have avoided Sharon more than I've avoided anyone in my life. I'll just be honest. It's been a fun process, but we're here now, and it's great. And I can't wait to share a lot more news about Outcast with you guys in the coming weeks.
We have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, a whole bunch of announcements to make, a whole bunch of cool things to show you. Who's excited to see Norman Reedus? Cool. Instead, I want to talk to you about a very cool card game called Superfight. Darin Ross, come out here and say, give this man a round of applause. He said this is the biggest moment of his life. He made an awesome card game. It's called Superfight. He's also not sitting by his nameplate. God damn it. Superfight.
Chaos up here.
This is on. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Darin, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
A lot of people came out.
Hi, every person ever born on the planet Earth, apparently. Sorry about my voice. I donated it to the Superfight booth across the street. I've been yelling about it all week.
Yeah, so your voice is gone now? Well, you don't even have to talk about it. In 30 seconds, what is Superfight? Then we'll show the instructional video.
Superfight is a party game where you're making up ridiculous characters to fight each other at a table, and then everybody at the table votes on who would win the fight, and that goes on to the next player, and on and on.
So see, it's a great way to argue with your friends.
Yeah.
You're having a nice night, why not ruin it? Just argue. Let's show the
Tagline
footage.
is the card game that will cost you all of your friendships, and that's not wrong.
We're gonna show the footage how to play real quick. Alcohol helps everything, sir.
What's up, everybody? We're the cast of the Game Over Greggy show, and we're going to show you how to play Skybound Superfight. You pick a character, you become that character.
Wait a minute, Skybound? Like Robert Kirkman Skybound?
Right, you're a comics guy.
Okay, I want to play as Kirkman. I got dibs on that.
No, you draw a white card, and then that's the character you play.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that too, but I still want to play as Kirkman.
All right, then I'm going to be Daryl from The Walking Dead.
That's way cooler. I call that too late.
Anyway, one player draws 3 white cards and 3 black cards. The player to the left does the same. Each player chooses 1 white card and 1 black card to create a fighter. They put them face down on the table and then discard the rest in color-coded piles. The players flip their cards and each draw 1 more black card to create their fighter. Then they argue about who would win.
Hermione's a master wizard. She'll cast Immobilus and Bieber will be immobilized.
That's not a wand, that's a nightstick. She won't be able to cast crap. Bieber is going to keep taking selfies while he's digging her grave.
Her clothes are way too tight. Bieber's not going to be able to focus on anything else.
That's a good point.
After some arguing, the table votes.
Hermione, bro.
Bieber. I vote Hermione.
And there you have it. Hermione wins.
But wait, Greg, you didn't vote.
Dude, Bieber sucks. 1 point to Gryffindor. Anyway, Hermione stays on the table, and then the next player to the left draws 3 and 3. Assembles a fighter, and draws another black card to see if he can take down the girl wizard. I'm picking Invincible, and I don't even care that he's pregnant because he's gonna smush Hermione's head with that Viltrumite strength.
She's a wizard.
Dude, I've read Invincible. Mark's gonna smash her head in like 2 seconds.
Totally. And it goes on like this. If a fighter wins 3 times, he or she is retired, and the player redraws a card.
But what if there's a tie in terms of votes?
Then we'd each draw 1 white card with no attributes and decide who wins.
But how long do you play for?
Until you hit the number of points you all decided on beforehand.
Is it weird that I'm attracted to you in that vest?
No. That's the power of Norman Reedus. That's Robert Kirkman's Skybound presents Superfight. But what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the comments below. Check out the game's website and make sure you keep coming back here every day for nerdy conversations on Game Over Greggy. Until next time, rest in peace, T-Dog.
BTW, Walking Dead spoilers in the video you just watched. Sorry about that. So, Robert, comics, sure. TV, of course. Movies, yes. Card games.
Why not?
That's a good answer. What for real, I mean, DA, what drew you guys to Superfight, to be a part of it?
You know, honestly, it is the conversation that we have in the office all the time, right? It's always the question as, you know, Hulk versus Superman, who wins, right? It's sort of
Superman.
I disagree.
All right, it's been nice.
Smash!
All right, everybody, buy the game!
So we have these arguments all the time. Who would win, the governor or Negan?
Negan.
It's Negan. I mean, come on.
Definitely
let's be
Negan.
honest. Definitely Negan. But anyway, so we have these,
All right,
arguments
it's
all the
governor.
time.
I forgot the tank.
But so, you know, when we saw this card game, it's just one of those things that everyone in the office couldn't stop playing, couldn't stop talking about it, and we're like, if we love it, we want to help this great creator share this vision with all of our fans.
Great. Darin, when you made this game, did you think that this would happen? Like, when you set off to make this game, you're like, oh, and then one day I'll work with Robert Kirkman about it.
No, I was a guy on his couch. You know, it's just like, and then You know, once the game got some traction and I realized that there were ways to expand it, they were the first ones I went to, and I said, you guys, we need a Walking Dead expansion for this. Can we make this work? People want to see Rick Grimes fight an octopus. And I walked away thinking they're never going to talk to me again after I said that. And the next day they called and they said, yeah, not only do we want to help make a Walking Dead expansion, let's do everything together. And it was an immediate, from what I could see from them, and like we've had business meetings that have turned into discussing like making custom action figures out of old Batman toys. It's like, these are my people. And we're just together. This kind of partnership is just perfect for the game, and hopefully perfect for Skybound in the future.
Well, that's awesome.
Did we just soft announce a Walking Dead expansion deck?
Did I?
Seriously, get off the stage. I can't believe you did that.
Get it on the ground floor before all your friends get it. One more time, everybody, give it up.
Press release.
For Superfight. Darin, go check it out there. Speaking of games, Greg Way, there is a video game I like playing called The Walking Dead. It's from a company called Telltale. You might have heard of them. They do some cool stuff. Stars this really badass character now named Clem. I miss Lee. No big deal, though. We won't talk about that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Telltale's Kevin Bruner. He's going to come out here. Please, sir. You can, wherever you go, I'll bring your nameplate.
If you keep it up, Norman won't come out.
Jeez, you are a tough crowd if I ever heard one in my life. Kevin, how did Telltale get involved with The Walking Dead, the game?
Well, first, we're giant fans of the comics and have been for a long time. And, you know, we have the luxury kind of...
I'm a moderator, I'm on it.
What? Sorry.
Shh.
You know, we're an independent studio like Skybound is, so we get to choose what to work on and kind of where to direct our energies. And when we were looking around for stuff to kind of people to approach, Walking Dead was just, there was huge enthusiasm in the studio for it. But we wanted, you know, we do kind of a different kind of game. We don't do the run around with a shotgun and blow everyone's head off kind of game. So when we reached out, we were definitely pretty nervous about you know, would they be into making our kind of game? And luckily, there was a lot of enthusiasm there. I think doing something new with the genre and taking risks, you know, it seems to be what these guys are all about too.
Well, honestly, the thing for us was Telltale has a very similar philosophy to what Skybound's all about. And we try to explain to them that we're not just going to license out the rights to the game, that it would be a real partnership that would be involved in the creative, and that we're really going to make sure that what was happening in the comic and the show, that the same ethos was going to be reflected in the game. You know, we were worried that they weren't going to get that, but they totally got that.
So now, Robert, was any of that BS? Do you still
Actually, none of that was BS. And I gotta say, I love Telltale so much. Like, just this partnership that we formed and the game that we've created together. Like, I couldn't be more proud of this, and it's just it's been a fantastic working relationship.
Yeah, absolutely likewise.
We hug
it
a
out
lot.
right now.
Hug right now! Hug! Oh! Yeah! One man standing for it. That's a happy Telltale employee. Not enough of you applauded in my mind for this video game. So I just we have a trailer here to show you right now, recapping everything that's been happening this season. Kill the lights and hit it! Or leave the lights on, it's your call. Where's the rest of your group?
Clementine, run!
She's been bit, man. Fuck.
It was a dog.
Only one way to find out. We wait. In the meantime, we can lock her in the shed.
I'm still not bitten.
You hungry?
I'm out looking for my people. 7 of them, to be exact.
What is Carver gonna do?
We have to leave now, sweetie, before he comes back with more bad guys.
Everyone I grew up with, it happened to them. Now, it's gonna happen to us. ask her once. Where's Rebecca?
Oh! Our baby deserves to be raised in a place of safety.
It's up to us to figure out a way out of here.
All I need from you is to just not care where I am for 15 minutes.
Go on. You don't need to see this.
Look, I'm gonna level with you. That group is cracking. That baby's coming even faster than Rebecca's letting on.
You know what it feels like to get beaten almost to death. Peaceful. It was like I was floating away. And then I woke up again.
If you aren't playing The Walking Dead, the game by Telltale, you are fucking up so badly. Anyway, Robert, earlier in this con, you had a Walking Dead panel about the comics. Someone asked during the Q&A, would you ever think about bringing game characters into the comic? Because they're the same universe in terms of that. You said you didn't think so. It didn't feel right. Is that still how you feel? Have you changed your mind in a day? Because I was wondering if you changed your mind.
I changed my mind a lot, but no, I think that it's great that when you sit down to play the Telltale game series, there's, you know, it's part of the world. It's definitely an important part of the overall Walking Dead universe, but it's a new experience, and there's different characters, and there's things that are unique to that experience of The Walking Dead. And I think that's the kind of the key that's made The Walking Dead work as this giant franchise. When you watch the show, there are unique aspects that you can only get there. Same with the comics, same with the video game, same with the novel series. And I think that makes each individual one special in their own right.
I agree with you. To me, when you said it, and I read it on Twitter because I couldn't come because you didn't invite me.
Thanks for making me say it again, but
well, no,
I didn't know you wanted an invite, and also I don't like you.
Again, the 7-chair restraining order we've talked about. No, for me, it's a testament to how much I love Clem. You know what I mean? Like, it would feel weird because I am Clem, and that's weird in its own route. But the fact that to see her just pop up as a token character in the background of the comics, that wouldn't be enough justice for her in my mind. Now, here's the big question. Kevin. Episode 5 coming up soon, I imagine?
Very, very soon.
Ooh, very, very soon.
What's the exact date?
Soon. That's fine. That'll be the finale for season 2.
I used to say soon to Sharon Tall all the time.
Sooner than that. What about, can you tell me, will there be a season 3? I love these characters. I love this world.
Will there?
Will there be a season 3? Okay, there'll be a season 3. Yes, we are going to be doing season 3.
And it's coming soon!
No, it'll be coming later. Not this year.
Not this year. Season 3 confirmed, not this year.
Season 3 confirmed, not this year.
2015.
That would be not this year.
All right, that's close enough. That's good enough. Do me a favor, get off the stage and make the game so we can get it soon. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Kevin Bruner, Telltale. So cards, games. Well, he only's talking to you. Important guy's talking to you. You ready now? Can we continue the panel? No, you're still...
we got to gossip and whisper. Is that okay?
Yeah. Well, it looks like a deposition.
I figured no one was looking at us.
Please, no one looks at me. And I have the view counter to tell you. No, anyways. Movies. Air. You guys are making a feature film. How did that come to be? Why make that jump all of a sudden with Skybound?
Seemed like the right thing to do. No, look, I found a film online, a short little zombie film that this guy, Christian Cantamessa, had done to show his prowess as a emerging director. And I watched it and I was like, this is totally awesome. And then I found out that he had a script that he was trying to get produced called Air. And I was like, you know what, I got to do whatever I can to help make this a reality. So you know, that's what we did.
Skybound to the rescue once again, helping an independent creator. Going back to that 2010 promise.
Well, and the thing is, Christian had worked on, wrote the script with a writing partner in Chris Passamento, and he had also worked on Red Dead Redemption, which was a video game that we just loved. And when we read the script, we thought that there was something really special there. It touched on a lot of the themes that we love. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world, which is something we like to destroy the world, so that's something we want to do in many of our projects. But it also it was very much a character study first. It wasn't about the gore, it wasn't about the violence. It was very much this wonderful character study of these two guys played by Norman Reedus and Jaime Hanzu in the movie, but sort of just their love, their relationship, and how the end of the world affected their friendship, and sort of like examining that from a really human point of view was sort of just something that was incredibly compelling to us.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Christian. Christian, come out and tell us about Air.
Good job, man. Good job.
Most exercise I've gotten in quite a long time. Christian, why do you want to destroy the world? I know why Robert keeps making things with horrible, horrible things in them because something happened to him, but what's your excuse?
Well, the film is full of hope. It's just my way to kind of give hope that there is a future, and the best way to experience it is to go maybe through seeing the other side first, so that then you can appreciate what you've got. I think that all great science fiction is just really talking about our society and our world, and so it was just a way to do that.
So then was it an easy fit when you met these clowns? You talked to them about what your idea is, and then it all fits together?
It all fits greatly together.
All right. What about this cast you assembled? It's a character study, not very big. How's this Norman guy?
Yeah, it was really, really difficult to work with, and he has this crossbow, and every time you do something wrong, there's like darts flying everywhere. No, it was amazing, and just a privilege.
That guy is the worst, though, isn't he? Just the worst.
It's deadly, and yeah. No, it was great experience, and a wonderfully talented actor.
I just want to. I think we have two other people here. I just don't want to give a shout out to. I don't see them, but I thought they were here. Do we have is Fergie here? No? We lost the Fergie? No Fergie.
Show your face, Ferguson.
So anyway, what our producing partner on this was a guy named Chris Ferguson and Brian Cavanaugh Jones, and Chris Ferguson came down all the way from Canada and actually brought with him some footage that we might see later, possibly. Ooh. If you're interested, I don't know if you are interested.
Do people have never before seen teaser for an unreleased movie from Robert Kirkman?
It doesn't sound to me like they're interested in seeing Norman Reedus on film at all.
One more time, do you want to see the Air teaser? Do you want to see Norman Reedus first? Norman Reedus, would you like to join us on the stage? There he is!
Yo, what's up? I got presents.
Everybody be civil. Okay, everybody, let's calm down. I think I threw my arm out. I'm gonna need a medic.
I'm telling you, we don't get exercise like this in our daily lives, Robert.
My God. So you brought some Air shirts? That was cool.
Yeah, we snuck some Air shirts out here and threw them out. Hi. Yeah. I'm really excited about this film, to work with these guys, and Christian's gonna be a big director, I can tell. He was really awesome. He's got all those weird little tics that geniuses have,
What?
And Jaimin was awesome.
It was a secret.
You know what I mean? Jaimin was awesome. He was just too good looking for words, which was really annoying to me. But yeah, hi, welcome.
Hey, oh, thanks for welcoming me.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one else did that.
Yeah,
you know,
welcome.
you're a real doll.
Thanks
I like
for
you.
having me.
All right, Norman, would you like to see the never before seen teaser for your movie? You knock it off when I leave. God, this is why you're not moderating your own panel, DA. These are the things you got to learn.
I would love to.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time anywhere, ever, the Air teaser.
And tonight, we embark on the last and most ambitious phase of our campaign to end tyranny across the globe.
There's no air conditioning in here. It all comes together in the end. Guys, awesome trailer. Robert, what the hell is happening in this movie?
Lots of cool stuff. We got, Norman and Jaimin are playing two maintenance workers that work in a makeshift cryogenic bunker that's been put in an abandoned missile silo in kind of a hurry, which I think is one of the best aspects of this story, because the air on Earth became poison. All of these important people are in cryogenic sleep, but we got two guys that are maintenance workers, and that's who the story is about. They're basically woken up out of cryogenic sleep once every 6 months for a 2-hour period, and they have like a very limited supply of air to go around and do maintenance. And there are some complications, and conflict ensues, and then all kinds of cool stuff happens.
Story happens.
Then story.
Norman, how offended were you when they're like, we got this great part, I wrote this part, I think of you, maintenance worker.
It's interesting because Jaimin thinks he's a scientist, and he is a scientist. So there's a combination of both. But the scary part was when, we're wrapping up last season, and Robert calls, and he's like, hey, call me. I got to talk to you about something. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, and I just, should I call him back? Should I not? Should I pretend I didn't get the call?
By the way, you called me in like 5 minutes. It was it was pretty quick. I was
the
like,
longest 5 minutes of my
right.
life. But yeah, so he said he had this film, and automatically I was like, yes. He's like, are you going to read it first? No, yes. Because I know what quality these guys do, and when you already know how it is to work with family that's so good, you'll do anything, with that family, because they'll protect you, And then I
have a house that needs painting. Is there any way that we could possibly?
Yes. Yeah, and then I met that one down there at the end, and I knew that it would have a very unique vision, and reading the script, it has such a claustrophobic feel to it. I remember reading it with my manager, and Joanne, and she was like, God, I hope they keep it as claustrophobic as the script is, because you're just dying reading the script, and it feels like that when you're making the movie.
This is a walk, so stick with me. What I love about The Walking Dead and Robert's writing is when he gets to do these character-driven pieces, right? And it's really personal, and you learn so much about these. And I thought in the second half of Walking Dead this last season, every episode was like that, right? We get these awesome stories about each character. We get to see them grow and change and tell us more about it. Do you like doing stuff like that, which is what Air is, right? Super small cast, claustrophobic. It's really on your shoulders along with your co-star, and that's the whole film. Do you like doing that, or do you like having more stuff happen, more of an ensemble, big explosions?
It's different. I mean, having an ensemble cast on The Walking Dead for this long, I embraced the fact to go to a really personal two-person thing. You don't want to do the same thing over and over. But I don't know. And I liked Jaimin's work before. I'd seen him. I thought Blood Diamond. He was like insanely good on that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I embraced it. And there was a couple of films in a row that I remember came out, I think last year, that I went to screenings to in New York, and there was like one with Ryan Reynolds in a box, and then there was one with another dude in a telephone booth, and there were so many of those, and this was so different than those because there was a relationship going on at the same time that wasn't just like, I can't move, you're going to shoot me, or whatever the hell. But, and I knew Jaimin has this thing about him that he's just got hope all over his face. He really does sort of generate this, the world's going to be okay thing. And I pretty much, for an hour and a half, just tried to wipe that look off his face. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it had a personal feel to it, and it was really interesting.
So then, now this is one of those, it sounds like a softball, Robert, but stick with me. DA, you're on the hook for this too, all right? I've talked to you guys for a while. You do all this cool stuff on a day-to-day basis. You're making all these different projects. Is the fact that this is like your first feature film, right? It's got the Skybound label. Like is there a moment when that Skybound logo pops up for the first time and does like the really cool wipe that we've never seen before that you go, man, we made it, right? Because you talk about, we talked about it on the IGN live stream the other day, right? Of like, you weren't even worried when you started Walking Dead. You're like, am I going to make it 12 issues, let alone, 1?
Focus, Norman, focus.
Sorry.
No, hold on. He's taking a photo of me. He's allowed to do that.
No, I was getting the screen.
God damn it!
By the way, is that an iPhone 3? What the hell is that? Oh, that's
I was on set the other day, bored, so I took a bunch of grip tape.
There's like 2 newer ones, but anyway.
Hey, if he makes it through this season, then he can buy a new phone. He's got to pinch the pennies.
I got to go wash his car.
All right, I hope you like that phone. So anyway,
Boo! Boo!
What are we
Boo, someone start a fire.
Come on.
Come on.
Daryl, we riot.
Don't push him. Don't push him. No, the first time I saw that, I teared up a little. So yeah, it's great to see our little company continuing to grow and grow and grow and grow. So yeah, it's really, it's a big deal, I love this guy.
I have to say though, what's been great is that we've had great partners along the way. So we've had partners here. Sony was a fantastic partner in helping us put this movie together. But honestly, this movie wouldn't exist without Christian and his writing partner Chris. Like it really wouldn't. So, I mean, honestly, I just want to say thank you for trusting us with sort of putting this together. And we hope that you're proud of what came out.
Well, and thank you for helping us make this movie.
I'm just so glad we haven't screwed it up yet. We're working really hard to do right by you, man.
Oh, thank you. I thought I screwed up a bunch of times.
No.
We need some air, yeah.
See, you get it. You'll never forget this panel. You're going to walk out all sweaty. People are like, oh my God, you run? You're like, no, but I saw this thing. There's no air. It was really clever. It was like viral marketing, man. And then you will fall out from exhaustion and dehydration. Christian, is it hard to direct a film like this to keep that claustrophobic effect they're talking about? Cameras aren't small. You're not shooting it on Norman's bad iPhone. You're walking around with big things. There's other people. There's sound guys. Is it tough to keep the claustrophobic feel we were talking about?
Well, we didn't shoot like with a massive crew. It was everything was fairly intimate, and we tried to build the sets in real locations to keep the atmosphere as real as possible and as claustrophobic as possible. And I actually feel like everything came organically from the space we were in, the caliber of the actors that we had, like Norman and Jaimin, of course, and just trying to tell the story that way, and the rest is like the script. The script is doing its job.
Ladies and gentlemen, the logo made Robert tear up the first time he saw it. Now you know, one person. You haven't hardened everyone's heart by killing their favorite characters yet. We'd like to show it to you one more time now that you know the backstory, now that you know the work that went into it, now that you know Norman Reedus needs this film to be successful to buy a new phone.
Please go see this movie. I really like my day job. Please go see this movie.
Lights down, air, one more time, and be as loud as you want, ladies and gentlemen. Or no big deal.
We erased the tape to put something else on.
That's not it.
That's just the Skybound logo. Small company learning how to do stuff.
This is not our fault.
And tonight, we embark on the last and most ambitious phase of our campaign to end tyranny across the globe.
I was watching that trailer again, and I just want to say that we put our actors through hell. We really beat the crap out of these guys, and you know, Norman, like we shot in abandoned copper mines. I mean, it was an entirely like night shoot. I mean, we had a great crew and a great thing, but it was really like, it was my birthday, and we're in this abandoned copper mine, and I'm like 150 feet, or I don't even know, 150. Way down and underground.
We're not scientists.
It was 1 million feet below the earth.
Yes.
1 million.
I think that's right. Yeah. And it's sort of like it's freezing. It's cold.
It'd be hot 1 million feet below the earth. I'm just helping out. Just helping out. It would be on the other side of the earth. I don't know how thick the earth is.
It's called method acting.
Anyway, our guys worked through it. At one point, I think Norman, you broke your toe. Or you busted your toe, kicking, by the way, kicking Jaimin, like pretty hard.
Spoilers.
I was like, come on, I got an idea. And I was talking to Chris, I'm like, hold your foot up so I can just kick the bottom of your foot. You know, so it looks like I'm just kicking the shit out of you, right? And I started doing it, I was like, and then I was like, ow, ow, ow. It was a great experience. So, but yeah, you guys beat the crap out of me, yeah, for sure.
But honestly, we took Norman to the emergency room, back in his apartment at 3 a.m. and on set first thing in the morning. Like, just really, it was a real trooper. We had a very, very tight schedule, given sort of all the different production commitments, like to The Walking Dead, that needed to be met. So it was really important to get it done, and it couldn't have been done without you guys.
Yeah, and sitting in the makeup trailer too.
I'm gonna cry up here.
Sitting in the makeup trailer, I mean, I'm so beat up in this movie, and Jaimin would just be over there just getting powdered and make me look like shit. Then I look over and I'm like, to the makeup girls, I'm like, I'll give you money, just make him look worse. Like you know what I mean? He's just gleaming, you know. But it was all worth it. I'm so excited for this film.
Ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be a Comic-Con panel if you weren't part of it. So if you want to line up for a few questions, very, very few, please do. I'll start. Norman, before you came out here, we were talking about how, you know, we love Clementine, so maybe her existing, you know, they already exist in the comic book world. Maybe they shouldn't cross over where she comes to the comic. Does there need to be a Daryl in the comics? Do we need, because that's not the same universe, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, Robert. Ha ha ha, we beat you on this. Now, they just make a Daryl up in the comic book and he pops up. Do you want that? Do we want that? Yes.
I'm not gonna, you know, mess with the maestro behind me. Like, I mean, he's really good at what he does. And you know, there is that thing about, I mean, Robert graciously said that he embraces the character of Daryl in the show, and it's one of his favorite characters. And if it fits, cool. You know, if it fits in the video game, cool. You know what I mean? But that video game was awesome, by the way. Yeah, super good.
It's not happening, Norman.
See what I'm saying? It's horrible, horrible people.
Miss.
Thanks. So my question is for Mr. Reedus. So I've watched.
You look awesome, by the way. I don't know what's going on over there, but you look rad.
Thank you so much. So I've watched a lot of your films like Boondock Saints and Walking Dead. Well, that's a TV show. But I was wondering, what has been your favorite role to play in your acting career and why?
Daryl is my favorite. You know? It's the first, you know, TV thing that I really did, and you have time to do stuff in television, and I mean, if you take Daryl first season and you take Daryl now, they're so totally different people. All the characters are so different. You don't get to do that in a movie so much, you know. And I've done movies where I'm like, oh God, I just want to get back to The Walking Dead. Not this one, though.
Well said.
You know what I'm saying? But Daryl's, I don't know, Daryl's real personal to me. You know, I went from reading Daryl, trying to decipher Daryl, trying to play Daryl, to just becoming Daryl. You know what I mean? So it's Daryl for sure.
What's your second favorite?
Oh, my second favorite would be this one, I think. Yeah, Air, I think. You see how that works out? Ah! Yeah.
Thank you, you're like so cool.
Say what?
You're really cool, thank you.
Really? All right, cool. You still look awesome. Hi.
Hi. So you're involved in movies, convention, TV shows, everything Robert's doing, playing cards and comic books, and how do you guys stay focused on what you're doing or on the TV show or whatever?
Coffee.
Well, clearly.
A lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee fans out there. I don't know. I just enjoy what we do. So, you know, I feel like if you enjoy what you do, then, you know, all the time that you spend doing hobbies and other things, you're going to use it focusing on work. And, you know, I think as long as you're having fun, you know, it's great to move from project to project. And so I don't have a problem focusing. But coffee.
You know, so I mean, for me, I think the important thing is trying to make sure that you have really great partners to make you look very smart, right? So bringing in Christian was the only way in which we could get that movie going. You know, bringing in Darin with Superfight was the only way that can going. There's been other Walking Dead games that have not been up to the same level as the Telltale game, so we couldn't have done that without
What?
Are you talking about the one that
I blocked it out. I blocked it out. I apologize sincerely.
I'm not naming names. I'm just saying, but like, you know, it makes us look really smart when we have really great, talented partners.
Right. Awesome.
I would add lack of sleep as well and coffee.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, Norman, David, Christian, Robert. How are you? Robert, my question is, what was your process for first off, looking for the short film that Christian made, and then contacting him and getting ready to make this feature?
Well, I can't remember exactly how it was sent to me, but like, you know, I do The Walking Dead, so, you know, zombie stuff finds its way to me, whether it's, you know, friends or other people are like, oh, you like this, or, you know, a lot of times my family think that like all I do is like watch zombie stuff. So like, you know, I have like family members and in-laws that are like, oh, you've seen this, and here's some zombie pajamas, and it's like, all right, thanks. I mean, I do like zombies, but you know, I do it a lot, and after a while, but yeah, so stuff just finds their way to me. But then you know, brought DA in, and he knows how to contact everybody. So I think that's how we brought it together.
Actually, the secret to contacting everyone is in Norman's iPhone 3.
It's true.
Siri, call everyone. I'm just curious what else.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No luck. Sorry.
Hi. I want to say hi to everybody, and I love you, Norman. But this question's for Robert and David. After all the projects that you guys have been involved in, which one was the most stressful for you guys?
Most stressful? I mean, gosh, it's hard to single them out. They're all stressful in their own way. Certainly a television show is a big undertaking. So I would say that, you know, at times the Walking Dead show has been, you know, extremely stressful, which is what it takes to, you know, do a good project. But yeah, I mean, at various times they all have an equal amount of stress. Telltale is really hard to work with, if I'm completely honest. And sometimes the stress levels are just intense. Absolutely intense. Kevin left, right?
Kevin is back there just counting money. He doesn't.
Yeah, he has no. But I mean, I don't know. My stress level is pretty low, so I can't.
I'm pretty much the complete opposite, so it's.
That's how our relationship works.
It's a yin yang. So,
how you doing? I'm pretty stressed. Not me.
For me, like, the only way I know when something is real and is getting real good is when I start getting so nauseous that I feel like I tell my wife, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm totally gonna die. And she's like, no, you're about to go into production. I'm like, nope, it feels like I'm gonna die. This one feels different. And then of course, production starts and everything feels better. And she's like, I told you, and so anyway. But that's how I know. So it's like for me, when we put together The Walking Dead, I swear that I actually died. It was that stressful to put that thing together and getting that up and running, getting it into production and all that. I mean, we have fantastic partners on that, but getting that up and running was, to me, the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life.
Dude, there are other jobs. We can. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to almost die everything you do.
Yeah?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm a big fan of you, Norman. Like, huge fan. You're like absolutely amazing.
You're adorable. Hi.
I was just wondering, I have these pictures that I drew for you. I was wondering if I could give them.
Yeah, bring it up. What is it? It's not a subpoena or anything, is it?
Don't take it. Here, hand it to me. Hand it to me.
No, he was joking. He can take it. Do we have the ability to zoom? Can we snap zoom on the camera?
Well, thank you, babe. What?
If you hold them up, then we can see him on the. Oh.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow.
Oh, we do zoom. Look at it zoom.
Nice.
Wow, you're talented. Where'd you go? You're super talented. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. First of all, I wanted to say, Robert Kirkman, thank you for lifting me out of the depression I was in yesterday when I couldn't get an autograph ticket to The Walking Dead, and taking a selfie with me outside of Petticoat Park, and for signing autographs today. I love you so much. My question is to Norman. What was the most challenging aspect of filming Air?
Well, it's only two people, two actors really, so you never have a break. You know what I mean? But you know, also you have to shoot a lot. We had to shoot a lot of stuff out of order, you know, because of locations and so forth. That's difficult. Something happens in the film that I don't think I can say.
No spoilers.
No.
There's complications with the air.
That was difficult. Kicking Jaimin was difficult. Long hours. Other than that, I'm one of those people, like somebody asked about stress and so forth. Like, if I don't feel stressed, I don't feel like I'm doing a good job. Like, I will stress myself on purpose, for almost everything I do, It's like being on The Walking Dead. If I don't come home with a cut or a bruise, I feel like I had a bad day, But nothing like that, that I didn't, that held me back, you know what I mean?
Thank you. Can I give you chocolate?
Yeah. This is like Christmas up in here. Yeah. There's nothing obnoxious about chocolate. Thanks, babe. Thank you so much. Hey, you want my little thingy? You want this little thingy? I don't know what you'll do with it, but there's a little thingy. Yeah.
Well, he's got to take the selfie now. You gave Robert a round of applause for his. Daryl, you have the honor of being the last question at the
Awesome.
Skybound panel. Do not screw this up.
Yeah, look at
This
that.
is blowing my mind.
Look at that
Oh,
weirdo. Who dresses like that? Come on, man.
I don't know. That's how I usually dress.
Yeah.
So I think if air feels as claustrophobic as Comic-Con does, it's going to be riveting.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, accessibility questions really, when does it come out? And
I was
also,
gonna get to it. Don't think I wasn't gonna end the panel and be like, "Go see Air one day."
and also, can we find Superfight on the floor, the card game?
At the Skybound booth, which is, I have no idea where, but it's
Awesome.
somewhere. Does anyone have
2729? 2729.
It's 2729.
Thanks.
It's also available at superfightgame.com and at the Skybound store.
Did we say when Air comes out?
Oh, sorry. Air, we're still working on post right now. We're looking at first quarter of 2015, but we do not yet have a date.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Skybound panel. Please give it up for all of the amazing
thank you, guys.
Christian, Robert, Dia, and Norman. Thank you, and good night.